Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm having some technical difficulties, so this is like my fifth time trying to record this thing. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that little clock down there. I'll be jumping back and forth from presentation to start here. I just want to keep an eye and make sure it's moving along. Now, we look at this. First off, I want to state that I appreciate all of you who watched your videos from this past week. Hopefully you guys got something out of those. I was trying to enlighten you with the Industrial Revolution, at the same time inspire you, let these guys inspire you, these people inspire you with some of these things, and to reinforce to you the power of scarcity in this this unit. And I think one of the big life lessons of this unit is the power of scarcity. And we can look at, for example, a pack of gum. If you were to sell each individual piece in your pack, which one would be most valuable, the first piece or the last piece you sold, right? And we tend to argue that the last piece is more valuable because of the power of scarcity. There's only one left. So we look at this, and we look at this unit. We're going to see those who became scarce, who became skilled at certain jobs, will tend to have more power and to get more things and have more agency in their own lives. And this is, again, a takeaway that as a 14, 15, 16-year-old for yourselves, you should be looking to acquire. Become an expert in something. Become really good at something and become scarce in that area, and you will see that they will have to take care of you because you can do things that other people cannot. We look at this unit. Remind yourself, when we're looking at the power of scarcity, that, or the Industrial Revolution, I should say, history is a story, and stories are told, and these stories oftentimes include an argument that whether it was good or bad, the Industrial Revolution, you can make an argument either way. We can talk about the dark side, which we will a little bit. We'll talk about the light side, which we will a little bit. And you kind of create your own kind of opinions on whether the Industrial Revolution was good or bad. We know we have some long-lasting impacts. Global warming, for example, would be a long-lasting impact of the Industrial Revolution, where you can argue it was bad for us because we're consuming all these resources and we're burning all this stuff. And, we can argue it's good, though, because people are living longer as a result of the Industrial Revolution and a higher quality of life, that standard of living. And we look at this, we could argue either side of this, and again, it depends on what you want to focus on. But what historians do is they comb through all these sources, primary and secondary, to create an argument on, certain things in coffee. Now, we look at this, this unit. Remind yourself this presentation is just a collection of different arguments, different artifacts I've come across over the years. Now, first off, we want to remind ourselves that the tree of knowledge, again, curiosity is a skill that I hope you continue to cultivate in your life. And those who dare to know, those who are curious, tend to know more. And try to be curious in your everyday. You guys have a lot of time on your hands now. Find time to pick up books, watch videos that are going to give you more depth understanding on certain subjects or certain fields that you can use to, again, make yourself more scarce down the road. Now, if we look at the Industrial Revolution, I'm going to start here with going back a little bit, a couple centuries, as I did for the Enlightenment. But we look back at this Industrial Revolution, we have to look first at the fact that the age of about 700 by these Spain out of China. Previously, speeding a Spanish Armada and Armada. They go, what happens is, and it's big, see this with empirics, they don't, and that's it. Idea with this, and we'll see like grow Malthus's food. At the time, everything's working still. And it looks like it is. Now, one thing I thought was interesting to share with you, this is a picture of James Cook. Most sailors, you couldn't go on long expeditions at the time because there was something called scurvy, where the gums would start bleeding, they get infected, teeth would rot out, and this scurvy was something that they didn't understand why people were getting this. And what they find is it's a lack of vitamin C. And what happens as a result, again, I'm going to keep doing that, what happens as a result of this vitamin C is when they realize if we start putting vegetables and fruits on these ships voyages rather than just beef jerky, we can actually allow these people to travel further distances. And they use these oranges and vegetables and again replacing some of the beef jerky and the biscuits to allow sailors to actually survive these long voyages. Here's James Cook, and England being able to, he's from England, being able to, figure this out, solving this problem called scurvy, is going to allow them to take these expeditions further than ever before, and allow them to find these uncharted places over in, Asia. And if we look at like England, for example, all the way far, but when they figure out, because on these voyages,